Hello everyone, it's James from Keeping It Anime, and today we'll be talking about episode 2 of Bungo Stray Dogs Season 3. So we start off following off from last week's episode where Dazai and Chuya are confronted by a guard that is supposedly from the GSS. I'll put up on screen what this stands for, but it's a former foreign funded private security firm. So it turns out the GSS faked the black explosion, and the reason they did this was to get the Port Mafia to turn on each other. And their leader is rumoured to be affiliated with someone from the Guild in North America. And if you don't remember who the Guild are, they're basically the antagonists of Season 2. You know, the super rich bloke that had the power to increase his strength by the amount of money that he spends. You know, that bloke and his associates. So we go and talk to Rindo. That's the guy that Dazai and Chuya are there to meet. And it turns out he's giving us a story of his encounter with Arakabaki. You know, the flame god. And he's telling us his story and he's remembering it very vividly. He tells us about the sea. He tells us seeing the sea. He tells us about seeing a creature that is not a human. It's a beast. His eyes are like crimson flames, as he describes it, and the voice is like nothing he's ever heard before. Okay, brilliant. I loved the animation in this scene. It was fantastic. The way they showed and portrayed this story was just fascinating and intriguing. And the facial expressions from both characters was kind of like my reaction. And Dazai was there going, interesting. And at the end we had Chuya going, what? I never really got anything from that. That was exactly how I was feeling. I was interested and intrigued in this story, but at the same time I had no idea what was happening. Admittedly. So then we go to an arcade scene where Chuya and Dazai are having a very weird fight scene. Like, the screen basically comes up with just like pieces of paper and text on it. And if the paper folds over, new text comes on, and they're talking. It turns out they're playing a fighting game. And the winner gets to command the loser to do one thing for them. Dazai wins, and basically he says, right, we'll hold off on that because we'll make a bet. And then whoever wins this bet, well basically, you know, he says that if Dazai wins the bet, Chuya has to be his dog for life, and if Chuya wins the bet, he doesn't owe him anything. Okay, fine. And then we get introduced some more characters from the group known as Sheep. You know, the associates that work for Chuya. The character designs of these characters were pretty cool. Nothing special, but they're quite nice. Personality-wise, not really much to go on. And it turns out that in this scene, they get mad at Dazai for being a part of the Port Mafia because they don't like the Port Mafia. But Dazai turns around and gets the hostages released. Okay, cool. And then we're thinking, hold on a minute, Chuya has nothing to stay for. But he still goes with Dazai because of the bet that he's made. And that's great for Chuya's character because it shows what type of personality that he has and builds on that. It shows that he's a loyal character and he's, you know, if he says something, he's gonna stick with it. Okay, so who is Arakabaki? Well, we don't find out who Arakabaki is straight away, but we find out that Rando, the guy that told us the story at the beginning of this episode, was actually impersonating the former boss of the Port Mafia, and was the person who started to spread the rumours around. However, we only find this out from Dazai because he messes up his story when telling them. He states that he saw the sea, but the place where this event took place, which will be up on screen, I'll try and pronounce it, is Shinribachi City, is a hemispherical basin valley. Basically, it's a place that nothing can survive, and it's just a massive crater. A crater that's created from an explosion. I know I butchered the description there, but again, it'll be up on the screen. I'll put the quote there. And how would he have known or seen the sea from within inside a crater that was created by an explosion? Being so far down, he could only have seen that if he was at the top, meaning that he had some involvement in what happened. And then we have Chuya jumping in and basically taking out Rando. He just flies in through the side of the building, which the scenery in this part of the episode was actually pretty cool. And Dazai thinks he's won this bet. So he's laid out the table to have like a massive cake that says congratulations or something, and is trying to rub it in Chuya's face. But Chuya just comes in and wrecks the building, kicks Rando down to another floor, and it basically turns out that Chuya's won, so none of them, we don't actually know who's won this bet. But we don't actually care, because we find out who Arakabaki really is. And this reveal was actually pretty cool, and it makes a ton of sense. A ton of sense when you think about the ability that Chuya has. Chuya is Arakabaki. Because of his ability, you know, when he uses his gravity ability, he creates destruction and goes mental and loses all of his senses. So he in turn becomes Arakabaki when using that theory, using that power. That's just slight speculation on my behalf. That's personally what I think and the vibe that I'm getting from him announcing that he is Arakabaki. So, this episode also gave us a first glimpse into the intro. And the intro is very nice. I love the music, and I love the music they were playing at the end of this episode as well. All the music in this franchise has been amazing. Bungo Stray Dogs is brilliant for his music and animation and artwork. I love the dialogue in this episode. Again, animation was brilliant, especially the story that was being told. The animation quality went up quite a lot in that part, so that was great. Voice acting was good. The dialogue and conflict between Dazai and Chuya was great. But there's one thing that's really, really concerning me, and that is the opening. In the opening, we see no visuals for any of the other cast. And it looks like we're just going to be plain looking at Dazai and Chuya and their sort of 15-year-old story that, you know, from when they were that age. Which, don't get me wrong, it's going to be interesting and fun. But I want to see Ana Takashi. I want to see, I can't remember her name now. You know, the cute girl that uses, Sayayuki. That one, you know, I can't remember her name. It should be up on the screen in a minute, though. But yeah, I want to see those casts. I want to see Rindo. I want to see, you know, the glasses guy. The old casts are great, and I hope we get to see them in this season. I know that last season we started off with Dazai and his friend at the in the past, and then we went to like the present day. But I would really like to see more of the main cast soon. But no, don't get me wrong, I'm enjoying what we're seeing at the moment, and it seems quite interesting. So I'm looking forward to it and seeing where it leads, because Dazai is now in a situation where he knows who Arakabaki is, and he says that he poses a danger to the Port Mafia. So what's going to happen? I've got no idea, but I'm looking forward to find out. So that's going to do it for this review. A thoroughly enjoyable episode, and I would highly recommend for anyone to go and watch it. So, with that out of the way guys, smash that like button if you did, subscribe if you're new, so you never miss a video from me, and until next time, have a great day, and keep it anime.